Hello everyone! Welcome back to another 2v2 Warhammer battle. This is going to be Bretonnia and the Vampire Counts versus the Empire and Chaos. We both have a kind of a good faction and evil faction. Depends on which of you your perspective is. Anyway, for my Bretonian build, I am bringing Alberic to Borderlo because I never bring him because I don't think he's that great, but might as well show him some love. I even brought his near useless item. I say useless because it's too expensive for what it does, which isn't that much damage, and its leadership penalty is kind of cool. It's a -16, I think, leadership penalty. It's neat, but overall I think Alberic is kind of weak in comparison to other Bretonian leaders. It's just that the other Bretonian leaders are really good. Like, by himself, I would say he's okay if he wasn't overshadowed by Lewin, Leon Kerr, and the Fey Enchantress. But anyway, that's probably why you don't see too much of him. But he's leading 2 Royal Pegasus Knights. We have 2 Grail Knights and 2 Quest Knights currently split up into their own groups, and then 3 Peasant Bowmen with fire arrows for their additional damage, and then a Damsel of Life with 1 single heal spell. My Vampire Count ally has 3 Cryptors. Yeah, 3 Cryptors, multiple Skeletal Spearmen spread out in a long line, 3 Zombies being led by Vlad von Karstein, and then over here is like their tough part of their force. We have a couple Graveguard, including one with great weapons, and then they brought a flying force too. We have 2 Varguys, 2 Fellbats, and then a Vargulf, a puppy, spread out in a very long line. So, well, yeah, let's go over here first. For the Empire player, we have 3 Outriders. We have multiple amounts of cheap infantry here, Spearmen and Swordsmen mixed up, 2 crossbows, Hell Storm Rocket Battery, and a Hell Blaster Volley Gun. They're being led by a Light Wizard, a Warrior Priest, and then the General of the Empire on a horse. No, not on a horse, just on foot. And then for the Chaos player, we have a Hell Cannon, 2 Chaos Warriors with Halberds, 2 Chaos Warriors with great weapons, 1 normal Chaos Warrior, 2 Aspiring Champions, 2 Chaos Marauders, Kolek, Dragon Ogres, Exalted Hero on a horse, and then Chaos Chariot. And that is their army. So, my idea here, when I saw the Vampire Count player, I looked at their army and they picked Vlad von Karstein, and they started picking some Graveguard, I think, and I was like, okay, this is going to be the tanky, like, Mortis Engine blob build, and I was like, perfect, because I wanted to build a supporting Bretonnia build that focuses on just very elite units, and I was just going to support their army with my archers for focusing down targets I needed to, flying force focus on targets I needed to, and the cav to try and destroy enemy cav and or like Kolek and Dragon Ogres, which I was expecting. But I didn't look at my ally complete their build, and this is not really a build, nor is this a deployment where I can play that kind of support anchor role, which is kind of what I wanted to do. But we're going to do what we can with what we got. I mean, this is still a very dangerous force. It's just I may have to utilize it in a different way than I was expecting, because I was expecting to just roll around with the blob and then just go like strike out and kill things that needed to be killed. But the way that this is kind of playing out, I'm going to just need to play a little differently. Plus, there's a lot of targets out here that we really need to shut down, hopefully as soon as possible. The crossbows are very dangerous to my Peasant Bowmen, so I'm trying not to get too close to them. The Hellstorm Rocket Battery is very dangerous. The Hell Blaster Volley Gun can be dangerous if left alone. And, of course, the Hell Cannon can be dangerous if left alone. So we have all of these targets, 3 of which are very mobile, so it may be hard to catch. And I'm like, God, we need to shut down everything back here. You see the Outriders pouring fire into the Vargulf. And I think this is when the Air Force is going to withdraw from their charge, I think is what's going to happen. And as my ally was engaging, they already lost a Cryptor over here to Crossbow, Focus Fire, Hellblast, Volley Gun, and Chaos Forces, and they're losing a Skeletal Spearman as well. And again, I wanted to support them, but the way this engagement is going, the Vampire Count player is just going to have a very strong right flank, but not a very strong, like, front line and blob force. So it was at this point I realized, I was like, shit, I'm just going to have to fight the Chaos player by myself. I didn't bring the Cav for this type of battle. I would have brought Grail Guardians. For this type of battle, like 3 of those with like a spell, Damsel of Life, you know, healing them when needed. That could work to hold off all this infantry, but I'm like, shit. Because, you know, all the Shock Cav and Quest Knights aren't necessarily meant to hold in a long fight. They're just meant to cycle charge, but I'm like, well, again, we gotta do what we gotta do. First things first, I'm going to try and shut down this artillery because they're kind of out here. There is a halberd coming in close. I'm hoping to shut them down before that happens. Over here, I believe they're going to catch this Outrider out of position with their flying force, 2 Varguys. 2 Varguys, some multiple Fellbats are going to catch them. The Vargulf is kind of in here by themselves and is going to, it may actually die out here to these halberds. But I'm going to charge the Hellblaster Volley Gun and the Hell Cannon with our Air Force, part of which is going to get caught by the Light Wizard. Meanwhile, over here, this one zombie is going to get crushed along with the Skeletal Spearman that has already fallen. I'm going to get my archers in position because I'm like, well, shit, because if I don't assist their left flank, then these Chaos Forces are just going to go like bloop, 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 and the Vampire Count will be destroyed easily. So I'm like, okay, we're just going to do what we can. So I'm going to do the damage over here that we can. We're not going to kill the Hell Cannon yet, because these Halberdiers are threatening us. I don't want my Pegasus Knights to die quite yet. So we're going to disengage, and now we're going to charge into these Chaos Marauders. We're going to charge into these Aspiring Champions. And I just need to try and hold off the entire Chaos Force with my Cav and Alberic, and buy time for these Peasant Bowmen to focus down Kolek Sun Eater, which is going to be their main target. They can do a lot of damage to him. Damsel of Life is going to be casting some heal spells here and there. Pegasus Knights, I left them in there a little bit longer than I wanted to because I was just microing other things, so they took a lot of damage from those halberds. This other Pegasus Knights over here trying to deal some damage to the crossbow, so we're going to be pulling them off soon. But we did take out the Hellstorm Rocket Battery. That may have been the Vargulf that did it. Actually, is the Vargulf still alive? Because I think yeah, the Vargulf is still alive. Currently dealing with the General of the Empire. They still have 2 Outriders. The third one was round up the field by the Flying Force, which is a good move. But over here, we're going to have Chaos Chariots. We have Dragon Ogres. And right now, what I'm trying to do is buy time. I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot, but a lot's kind of happening very quickly. I'm also going to be pulling these 2 Cav very soon off the front line. I was trying to support the Vampire Count as much as I could by crushing these swordsmen really quickly so they can just kind of push through and get to the squishy bits. But we're going to pull this Cav back, and I'm just going to be kiting back. I need to try and buy time for my archers to continually get a safe distance and also fire at Kolek. So I'm going to be charging in here and there and trying to just bunch up Chaos here, and I think I bunched them up here as well. Because I don't have an infantry force to do that, so we're just going to have to try and cycle charge. So the first cycle charge is up here, and now we're going to withdraw to this kind of imaginary line right here, pulling out all my forces to try and stop them. And we need to hold Kolek here and allow these Peasant Bowmen to focus them down is what my plan is. Meanwhile, over here, my allies' flying force is taking care of the crossbowmen that my Pegasus started on. Hell Cannon is still up, which is very unfortunate because it's going to continue to be firing into my Knights. It's already done a lot of damage to one of my Grail Knights over here. And you can see these 2 Knights, the Grail Knights and the Pegasus Knights, taking a lot of damage. I'm sorry, those are Quest Knights. So I'm going to have to pull them back. They did a good job at holding that force for a little bit, but they're not a force that can stand and fight like Grail Guardians can. They need to be pulled out, but I need to keep them in there long enough to buy time for the archers to do something, which they did. They've almost killed Kolek, so one of our Pegasus Knights is going to escort him all the way over there. Meanwhile, my ally broke through the front line and now is pushing on to a secondary front line that's been created by the Empire player here. You can see the front line is just being held currently by the General of the Empire and the Warrior Priest, but they're going to be withdrawing back to the front line now that it is coming back online. They have an additional crossbow. The Hellblaster Volley Gun is now back, and the Outriders are still there, obviously. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to try and withdraw again. The Hell Cannon doing some good damage to our Peasant Bowmen, or will be here soon. Being chased by these Aspiring Champions, I think we're going to charge them with the Quest Knights. Meanwhile, Alberic de Bordelot and the Grail Knights are over here trying to kill the Exalted Hero and this whole pack of Dragon Ogres and stuff, focusing them down with the Peasant Bowmen. And my ally is actually going to assist me here, seeing that these Aspiring Champions are getting close to my Peasant Bowmen, so they're going to get their Flying Force in here to try and stall. And I'm even going to give another move order here. Meanwhile, back here, the rest of the Vampire Council are pushing forward to their secondary Imperial line over there, where the Outriders and all the Squishy Brits are currently hiding behind. I'm going to try and assist them with these Pegasus Knights because I want to try and take out that Hell Cannon because it's doing so much damage to me. And I'm just hoping that these Chaos Warriors don't notice that I'm there, so I'm going to try and take them out. And it was at this point, too, that I determined that I can't afford any more time with these Pegasus Knights to be out here chasing Kolek. It's a good thing to get him off the field, but it was just going to take too much time to get him all the... Oh, my God. This was the line. He's going. By the way, he's going to get his morale back. Because I was fighting the battle from over here, and I just didn't look at the mini map. Oh my God, I pulled him off, and he's going to get his leadership back right here. Oh, if I had just waited, if I had just microed something else, because I was like, I really need these Pegasus Knights, because there's still so much shit back here that I need their help with to kill, because it's just peppering us to death. Oh my God, you see we're taking out the Chaos Chariot here with Alberic de Bordelot and those Grail Knights and Quest Knights that I still have alive. With drawing my Peasant Bowman. Holy shit, I'm so pissed. Look! Look at the... Oh, it's literally... It didn't take one step! It didn't take one step! I'm so angry right now. Oh, I didn't look at the mini-map to see how close he actually was. All I saw was what you're seeing, like, right here. I should have looked at the mini-map, but I was like, fuck, like, how much... I can't. I need to pull my Pegasus Knights back. I'm so pissed. Literally, just needed to take one more step. One more fucking step. Anyway, back here, still trying to kite back the Chaos Army. You can see with the help of my allies' Air Force, we have dealt a lot of damage to their infantry, which they had a lot of. Dragon Ogres are almost dead. Exalted Hero is almost dead. Throwing Alberic back in there into the fight with the remaining Grail Knight and Quest Knight that we have. This Pegasus Knight did a lot of damage to the Hell Cannon, but had to fall back because of the Chaos Warrior with Halberd. We're going to be coming back in, along with the support of the Allies' Flying Force. I'm hoping that the Empire player just doesn't notice the Spearman, and I've hoped that for the past 2 minutes because it's just been sitting back here. But just to be safe, I'm going to throw the damsel in here and try and reroute them. Alberic to Bordello and my knights, what's left of them, is going to try their best to continue fighting off this Chaos Force. My Vampire Count ally is still dealing with the Empire players, you can see here, but they're getting into the squishy bits. This other crossbowman, and our Pegasus Knights got into these Outriders. My second Pegasus Knights is on here on the Hellblast volley again because it came back from routing, so I need to make sure that rerouted. Now we're going into the second Outrider to assist my Vampire Count ally. These Peasant Bowmen, I'm not entirely sure what I was doing with them, but they're getting hit by the Hell Cannon. Oh god, that damage. Damsel didn't exactly route these Spearmen as fast as I thought that she would, so that's unfortunate. We have some Grail Knights being routed here, but I think they do come back. Oh my god, collect Sun Eaters, fucking, I can't believe it. 1 second. But anyway, these other Chaos Warriors with Halberds are going to be chasing off our Peasant Bowmen, and right now, some friendly fire. I'm going to try and get this Peasant Bowman to fire into Kolek here soon, who is now going to be getting into the fight with my Pegasus Knights and my allies' Air Force that's dealing with a lot of anti-large there, but just trying to shut down the Hellstorm. So there's that what that ability looks like. It's just a wave of water, and it does discourage them. It does lower their leadership for like a little while. It's not the worst, but I just don't think it's worth the price. But I brought it because I never bring Alberic, so I might as well bring in a special ability. So yeah, my Peasant Bowmen are just kind of out here defending for themselves because now I'm just concerned with this part of the Chaos Force. So I'm gonna do my best to destroy it. My damsel is going to be routed, but she will come back. I do have these peasants firing into the back of these Chaos Warriors, so they're at least not blocking that. Another Chaos Mob over here. More Chaos Warriors back here, getting my Pegasus Knights over here to assist Alberic to Bordello. This fight is just all over the place. And then this Air Force is going to stay here and fight the Chaos Warriors with halberds. So I'm going to actually lend support with this Peasant Bowman when they come back from routing. But I think first I'm going to have these two peasants target Kolek to try and make sure he gets off the field. And then I switched, I think, to the halberds because they've just been kind of chased all over the place. Meanwhile, our other archers being chased by Aspiring Champions once again, so we're going to throw something in here. Oh, I think I threw these, Grail Knights to try and stop the Aspiring Champions, but the second group got through. Now we're going to try and stop them with the Pegasus Knights and Alberic to Bordello. Damsel came back from routing. I think I may cast a heal here soon. There we go. There comes the heal. This is like my third or fourth one of the match. Trying to heal up what we can. Meanwhile, back here, my allies' Air Forces suffered greatly at the hands of these Chaos Warriors with halberds. You can see the Vargheists are both crumbling. They still do have two Outriders. We're not dealing damage to my Peasant Bowman, but we have routed off Kolek Sun Eater, so now we're going to help my ally again with killing these Chaos Warriors with halberds. This one I think is just going to be routing for a while. I don't know if this Peasant Bowman comes back. But here we're going to route these Aspiring Champions, and I'm going to get ready to cast another heal when it is up. And you can see the Chaos player is just going to form a formation here. Now, they probably did that because I have a lot of flying, and I could just pick them off one by one, which is what I've trying to been doing. But the thing is, we are hitting them with Bowman Fire, so I think that's my enemy realizes that, so they're going to start marching up again. I was chasing off these Chaos Warriors with the Damsel of Life a little bit, but we are going to pull all of our forces back here for another heal. We just shrouded that Aspiring Champion. What remains of my allies' forces just routed off the Empire player, and holy crap, that was a long... Well, it felt like a long game. It was actually, I guess, kind of short, but... that was intense. My allies' forces were kind of down to this clump of Cryptors who are almost dead. Vlad was, I think, okay. But yeah, very low amount of forces left on their side. Obviously, I was at the end, although Alberic was still fine, but like most of my knights are all dead. And this fight, man, this fight started... My fight with Chaos started over here. Withdraw, 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 withdraw. Like, all the way over here. We kited the Chaos forces all the way. And that's insane. That is a lot of kiting. I didn't think we were going to win that at one point in the battle. I was like, man, this is looking pretty brutal. But we managed to do it. It was a tough fight. So, good game to Cave Johnson, Super Dom, and Tharkus. Whew, that was a tough fight. So for Cave Johnson here, let's see. Skeletal Spearman did actually pretty good. Graveguard did pretty good. Fellbats, I thought, did great. The Flying Force did pretty amazing overall. The Cryptors, this one got sniped out early, but these other two stuck up with it to the end. The Varghulf died at some point, but it looks like it did deal some damage. For me, Alberic netted 42 kills. Quest Knight kind of didn't do too much. The Grail Knights, one did really good. This one did really good. This one could have done better in terms of kills, but still not bad. And then the Pegasus Knights helped snipe targets here and there. For Super Dom, 43 kills and a Light Wizard? I did see a Banishment go down. Maybe a couple went down that I missed, but that's a lot of kills. General of the Empire was fighting like Cryptors and Vlad von Karstein for a long time, which I was kind of surprised about. Some of these forces did okay, but against vampire counts, you can't really expect the infantry to hold out that long. Crossbows, for the most part, got shut down. The Outriders did deal a lot of damage, though, before we got to them, and 42 kills in the Hellstorm Rocket Battery is not exactly what you want from it, but at least they get to fire a little bit. This damn Hell Cannon, though, this thing nailed my Grail Knights a couple times, and then murdered a lot of my peasants, too, which was annoying, to say the least. Let's see, Kolek, 26 kills, not bad. Marauders, not bad. Aspiring Champion's not bad. Really, most of the Chaos Forces got a lot amount of kills, because remember, they were killing mostly Cav. So, like, this low kill count, I mean, some of them were fighting zombies here and there, too, but still, they dealt a significant blow to my Cav Force, too. So, again, good game to everybody. Hope you enjoyed that fight with Alberic de Bordelot, and let's go watch the cinematic view. Ugh. Poor Knights. Poor Cryptors. Ooh, man, that thing is shot in the face.
They're coming in the flank! At speed! Cut them down! Quickly! Smash them! Quickly! Behind us! Forward! Take the ground! We obey! On to glory! Haste me! I am with you! Leaving! Power of light! Post haste! Take the ground! Do the street! Glory awaits! Do street! Take the ground! Yes, my lord! Full tilt! The lady at speed! Swiftly! Run, man! I honor my vow! The lion's wheel! Battle ready! Glory comes! On to glory! At war! Move in the face! Trample them! Honor awaits! Sticken blood! I get down for honor! We obey! As you say! My lady! Your means! Immediately! Yet hastily! To war! Run! Fill them with holes! Slay them! At speed! Get those commoners! Shooting their biscuit mouths! With haste! Once! Swiftly! Stay up! Pull back! Attack! Seize! Take the ground! Wait for! At once! Down the knee! Fire! see? Hasty obey! But all the dogs Bretonians, ride them down! Battle calls! Remember your vows! Quick march! As you say! We're in the base! At once! Quick now! Withdraw! Withdraw! There will be done. Tout de suite! Tout de suite! Quick now! To glory! The lions will! The lady wills it! It shall be done! To the sweet! Cowards! Get back here! I honor my vow! Charge! Protect the flanks! On to glory! At feet! At once! Turn around, you fools! Withdraw! Glory awaits! Glory awaits! Cut them down! Quick, march! Enemy wizards! Glory! On to glory! With me!
That General of the Empire held for a long time, considering what they were fighting.
Foes of the Emperor! Let us show our hammers!
Oh, what are you shooting at? Oh!
Retreat!
There we go. So hope you enjoyed that battle, everybody. That was a fun one and intense. I will see you all next time. Take care.